Gordon Ramsay drama. Hello and welcome back to CelebCraze. Get yourself some tasty mouth-watering snacks and join me along. Make sure it's not too spicy because today we are talking about Gordon Ramsay. When it comes to chefs, how can we forget about the super strict, super talented, and the most scandalous, always covered with drama and food, Gordon Ramsay? Here are some dramatic things he did. Believe me, it'll leave you with no words at the end of the video. Got plastic surgery to look less threatening. Simon Cowell suggested that now that I am famous in America, I should do something, so I had a filler to anesthetize the deep crevices. It hurt, Ramsay said. He also wanted the procedure to make him look not as threatening on television. It would have been cheaper to swear less. Paid 30,000 euros for a hair transplant too. He's not even 50, but he's hooked on maintaining his appearance. I know it sounds unnecessary, but it's Ramsay. You can't give your opinions. Sorry. Possibly cheated on his wife, then gave a way too gross reason for why he wouldn't. In 2008, Sarah Simons authored the esteemed novel Having an Affair, a handbook for the opposite woman. Claimed Ramsay cheated together with her. He denied allegations and recently told Man's Journal about how his wife would react. She's a nut crusher. If I ever fucked up, she'd have my balls during a vice and switch them into a fucking creep Suzette thinner than the frilliest knickers Paris Hilton's ever worn. She turned my ball bag into a doily. To be honest, cheating isn't cool, Gordon Ramsay. Hated on Frank Bruni. Though he said he didn't give two fucks about Bruni back in 2007, when the critic gave Gordon Ramsay at the London a 2-star review, Ramsay has hated on him for years. The latest, Ramsay told Men's Journal, Frank Bruni fucked me sideways. But the fascinating thing is that I knew he had the hots for my French maitre d'. But I mean, what's Frank Bruni doing now? Tweeting about the government? I piss myself. I wish him the very best. Screwed the government. He did not pay $2 million in taxes for his embattled New York restaurant. This came only 3 months after he got sued for not paying $41,000 in wine bills. Endangered people of England. He drove his BMW down a one-way street the wrong way and failed the breathalyzer test. But somehow, he didn't need to appear in court. It doesn't sound savage to be, maybe it sounds bossy to him, but believe me, for me it sounds foolish. Kicked critic A.A. Hill and Joan Collins out of his restaurant. I don't respect him as a food critic, and that I don't need to stand there and cook for him. Ramsay wrote in an op-ed about why he gave Hill the boot. Hill, however, had the last word, calling Ramsay a wonderful chef, just a really second-rate person. Shoved the contestant cause sprained ankle. It's a disaster. A guy on set pissed me off. We got into a shoving match and fell down and did his ankle. Everyone is really annoyed with me. He may have confided to a colleague. The details for this one are a touch dodgy. Sounds cruel. Got man fired after faking kitchen nightmares. As a neighborhood of his restaurant makeover show, Ramsay faked sequences to portray restaurants in particularly bad lights. The manager of the now-closed Dillon's got fired because Ramsay blamed the difficulties of the restaurants on him. Secretly filmed father-in-law and his mistress. Ramsay hired a detective to find pictures of his father-in-law alongside his mistress through a bedroom window. Then, Ramsay threatened to make the photos public. He even texted the woman's son to inform him about the photos. She's now suing him for breach of privacy. Yes, you heard it right. Almost an MMS. Depicted a journalist as a lesbian pig. In front of an audience of thousands, he called Tracy Grimshaw a lesbian, then showed an image of a near-naked woman on her hands and knees with the features of a pig. That's Tracy Grimshaw, he said, allegedly called Marcus Samuelson a fucking black bastard. I'm getting to confirm you've got a fucking miserable time here. This is my city, you hear? Good luck, you fucking black bastard. Samuelson recounted Ramsay saying while he worked as a guest chef at London's Lanesborough Hotel. Ramsay was provoked because Samuelson had incited him as a task model in an interview. Tricked vegetarians into eating meat. While offering pizza samples on his show, a volunteer said he'd been a vegetarian for 8 years, and Ramsay claimed the pie was meatless. Only after the guy ate it did Ramsay tell him, "Unfortunately, that pizza possesses plenty of mozzarella and tomatoes, but underneath all that there is Parma ham. Good luck with the Vegemite." 2 years before, when asked for his latest lie, he boasted, "To a table of vegetarians who had artichoke soup, I told them it had been made with vegetable stock when it had been chicken broth. If he ever did something like that with me, I would have dragged him to the court." This man, at least after knowing such facts, I am shook. What about you? Let me know in the comments down below. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them.